So my experience at Muxima Festival, I just taught and the energy is amazing. This is the first time I'm teaching in Portugal, and so every time I go to somewhere new, I never know what the energy is going to be like, but everyone was amazing. I'm really grateful to be invited, and I'm really proud of my sister Blue as well for doing something like this in her hometown. It's really amazing to bring Azonto to Portugal. So every time I teach somewhere, my creative process when building my class is, because it's specifically foundation, that's helpful when the organizer tells you exactly what they want. And it's an hour-and-a-half class, right? So you want to have a balance between giving enough information and not overloading people. And I still want people to experience the energy and the essence of the style. Yeah. And sometimes if you give too much, people feel overwhelmed. So I knew that I definitely wanted to give the background of Azonto, and I knew that I wanted to give like the essence and the groove, and I knew I wanted to give a few steps for people to take away. So I wasn't too worried about choreography or anything like that because it was foundation. So I really wanted people to just feel, and I like to talk a lot in my class because I think it's important to see the people that you're in the room with. So yes, I always speak to people when I'm dancing. So yeah, that's usually my process behind today, especially if I've never taught somewhere before. Yeah. So that's a really good question. So because I've never taught in Portugal before and I didn't know who was going to be here, so creating the class, I have a base, but I was actually saying to my friend yesterday, I don't give myself too much restriction because I don't know who's in the room. So although I have my standard, when I walk in the room and I feel the energy, I feel what people need, sometimes I might throw away what I planned. So this specifically was for Muxima Festival, but I also knew that maybe I might not do what I planned, and maybe the people in the room might want something else. But luckily, like actually I got to do what I planned to do. But yeah, it was specifically for Muxima. Yeah. So I think the way Muxima is helping boost African dance just around Europe is, the way I see it is, the more of us that are doing it, the better. Especially us who are from the diaspora, who were maybe born back home and then we've come over here. I think it's really important for us to set foundation in our different countries, whether we've moved somewhere else or not. Like the more we spread it, the better. But I think what's really beautiful and interesting about coming to Portugal is, of course, Portugal is directly with Angola, and I've never actually been in an environment where the predominant energy is the Portuguese energy. So it was really nice to feel, because usually it's like Francophone or like Azonto, Nigeria, whereas here I feel like most people do like Kuduro, Afro House. So it was nice to bring that here, but I think it's really important that more of us are setting foundation in different European countries. So the way the world has received Azonto, I think, I mean, in 10 years ago, it was very, very popular because at the time it was the only dance that really a lot of people were doing, or at least the most popular one that people were doing. And then it actually went quiet for a while. So I think in the last, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 years, it's really risen and people have taken a new love for it. And I think that's because the newer generation have pumped life back into it. And it's not to say that we don't honor, you know, the people, the pioneers of it, but I think there's something nice that the younger generation has done. And even for me, as I've been doing it for 12, 13 years, and even for me it feels fresh because there's new people now and people are bringing a new energy into it. So I think people are intrigued by it. I think people now, there's like a new wave of music, there's like a new wave of dance called a sopo, which a lot of people are interested in. So I think people are receiving it well. I hope so. I think so.